Hello, Randy Rain here, and a few years ago I did do videos on both of these mini arcades, but I got good deals on these. It's time to do them again, and these are going to go on eBay once I'm done. And I'm going to start with the Cosmic Clash, so let me get going. The reason I want to start with this one, someone's already been in here. There is missing a screw up here. It's alright, I got some TOMY screws. But yeah, getting this piece off is virtually impossible usually. Yeah, and they use some major glue, and it's very thick paper. Heat doesn't do anything. Very few chemicals do anything. Anything getting this off is going to damage this. But it's okay. I have this decal that I can have printed out. Looks like a corroded. It's corroded, but it sounds like it's in good condition though. That is not a TOMY screw. Those two are. That's not. This one's missing. I so don't remember this, but this just came off. You would think that would be screwed down some way, but it's not. Same with this one. These are all the switches. That's the on and off. You can see it's pushing these two together here. This is the fire. It's activating this little thing there. This is the Pro and Easy. Those, yep, and that comes off as well. This is the explosion. Here's the little film strip of the things you have to shoot. This is what makes the laser beam shoot out. This is a record player. A lot to this one. Go ahead and desolder this. And why use a green wire for positive, I don't know, but I put me a little red mark on there. So black is negative. It had broken off. I bet they tried to solder, and that wouldn't take solder because of all the corrosion. Also want to go ahead and take this off, because now I want to take this record player off. That's just for the spring right here. Little fuzz on the needle. And the belt looks fine. Yeah, everything looks alright. Got this spring down here. Oops. So this is from the motor turning this thing. There sure is a lot of springs on this one. Let's look. There's a spring down there on this little hammer thing. There's a spring down inside that pushed that little red thing around. There's a spring back here. So there's 3 just on this right here. Here's 4, 5, 6. There's 1 back here. 7. There's 8, 9. This little guy here. 10, 11, 12, 13 springs. I remember when I first saw this, I had no idea what in the world that was. This is the laser thing, of course, but it looks like a big giant capacitor or something like that, but it's not. There's a metal cylinder in there with a slit in it. You can kind of see it right through here. And then there's a clear plastic piece around it, and it has this black tape on it. It goes all the way around except for a little slit that's on an angle, and that spins because the light is shining through the metal tube through that slit, and as this turns it reveals part of it and makes it look like it's traveling down. Yep. And this little piece just separates right there. You can see that little piece goes right here. It connects to that, and that's the detection. I guess we can go ahead and look in here, see what happens here. Just slide it in. This is just tension. That's what this spring right here is, just to keep tension on that thing, on the film strip. There, that's pretty basic. I can pull that out. But it looks like there's two different pieces. This piece over here and then this piece. Let's see what this happens. Alright, I believe this is what advances the score when you hit one. And that comes out. Same with this guy. That has a spring here. Okay, I'm going to leave that on just for now. We'll take this side off. There's more to it than that, obviously. Okay. I guess this one does have to come off. Okay, no. There we go. There was the last one. Well, I see a lot of cracking of gears going on. This little fella. Let's see, a crack there, crack there. Looks like the motor turns this one, turns this one. I bet you right here is where it's connected to the record player. It goes down to this crown gear, which has a little planetary gear on it, and another crown gear down below turning something. It goes over to here, which turns this, which turns this. And this is the intermission thing where it speeds up and slows down. It's also going over there to turn this. Let's start with this one. Okay, well, that one's starting to crack. That one's fine. Yeah, that one's starting to crack. That one's good. A crack forming there. That one looks okay. That's okay. That one's starting to crack. Well, I can't believe that one's not cracked. How is that not cracked? Alright, I'm going to start with this one that I can't believe isn't cracked. That's a 9-tooth gear. Might as well replace that. There, that one's good. If these aren't cracking, they're about to. This one, I want to change that, but I gotta get it off that away. Yeah, it's got to come off this way, so I might as well take both of them off. Because I think I can replace both of those. It could work. Now this one is cracking, and I have that gear, but the hub is too big. Like, it fits on there. It's the perfect gear. Yeah, not meant for that skinny of a shaft. This one is getting melted. Not pretty, but there's not a crack anymore. That one goes here. This is a 12-tooth gear, and they're usually okay, but might as well change it. That. Here's another spring, so there's 14 springs in this. I went underneath. Like that. This gear is where the power is coming in. It's transferred to this little double gear here. It's all going to get transferred over to here. But this thing can move it up so it gets in different gear systems and change the speed. And what's turning this one is this little planetary gear, which there's another spring, so that's 15 springs. I do see a crack on this crown gear though. I do have this gear and the right hub for it, except the ones you get now are so thin, and this one is so thick. I think it would actually be better to fix this little crack here, because I don't see any other crack. This one's very tiny. Well, it should be okay. Ooh, but there's a bad crack on this one as well. So those are turning down there. And there's one last one here of all this mess. And this one looks fine. That one goes there. And you got this guy here, which is a 10-tooth. And of course it's cracked. There we go. And there's one on the motor, of course. It's gone. There's all of those gears replaced. This thing's got grease all over it. It's broken. This guy in here, and that spring has to go in there, very much like that. Okay, I think it's ready to be put back together, but go ahead and clean this motor right quick. Put a 9 volts to it. Alright, I think I'm ready to put this back on, but there's this guy right here. Oh, right, it goes, it rides on that right there. It's got to sit on that thing. You got to get back in place. Oh, of course, you won't stay. Alright, how in the hell do you do this one? Here. Everybody? Go ahead and put this thing back on for now. This spring went to here. It's here. Alright, I think I've figured it out how this thing works. So what's happening is the motor turning in here. It goes down to this planetary gear system here. But it goes over to this one here. And then the planetary system here, it turns this system that turns this, which also turns this. So when it's in locked position like that, this thing gets activated. And this whole time, it's moving this little cam down here that moves this arm to make this thing go slower and faster. Or the two different skill levels here is just basically holding this thing back so it never goes fast. This piece is connected. This right here is the detection. The film is just passing over right here and nothing happens. But when it gets those holes, it starts turning like this. And if it's in that position there, it allows that thing to rise up. So when this is pushed, this moves in, and that allows the planetary system to change so that this is no longer connected. This is no longer turning either. You have this cylinder here that gets turned, and it's missing gears in spots. And it's supposed to turn until it can't turn anymore and it gets stuck there. There's the same thing on this one right here, which is what moves this thing. And my little worm drives are too big. They can easily skip over this section. Yeah, so every time this thing moves back here, this one, it also triggers this, which moves this, which is what advances one of these here. This piece can go back. It goes like this. this can go in here. Look at that. And this is the thing for the pro and amateur. That moves it. Here's the button. And you're just pushing that thing up when you push this. And then here's the power switch over here. But this goes and put this sucker together. Barely made that. No, you don't. That's plenty sticky. So there it is, a fully restored, working Cosmic Clash by TOMY. And this is an extra one. I already have mine, so this one is on eBay right now. But you want to see it in action? It's actually a pretty difficult game if you put it on Pro. So again, it's on eBay right now, so go throw down a bid, help the channel out, get yourself a Cosmic Clash. Anyway, if you like this video, I sure would appreciate a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, of course, hit the subscribe button. I want to thank these people. These are the patrons. These are the people bringing you the Cosmic Clash breakdown like this. And I couldn't do any of this stuff without them, so I thank them oh so very much. And I just can't believe I have such great patrons and be able to do this and show you this stuff. So if you'd like to become a patron, of course, there's perks and there's links are all down there anyway. So thanks for watching for the Cosmic Clash by TOMY.
Just be brave.